'cause I got spurs that jingle jangle.
So whoever made in the video game the patrolling the Mojave makes you wish for a nuclear winter, don't think they ever tried to wear this stuff in the winter. It's not even that cold, but it's beginning of Tennessee winter, and let me tell you, a suede duster is the last thing I want to be wearing out here. So I forgot my main belt. Of course, not everybody wears one of those anywhere, rather my secondary belt, but figured I'd show off my new stuff. I'm wearing the wrong duster. My new one is not here yet. I gave my brother the one that I've been wearing, so I'm wearing my Malcolm Reynolds jacket. It was not made for this application, so it's not hugging the armor the way that it's supposed to. But I got the new to me Bethesda bag, and figured I'd show how I rigged it up, because curse of being an old Civil War reenactor, and what do I do now? Civil War, Revolutionary War, Golden Age of Piracy, a little bit of Old West. I can't just let a cosplay be a cosplay. I have to sit here and go in and add all the stupid details, so figured I'd show off what I have going here. Okay, so I will try to make this as condensed as I can to show my thought process here, but obviously you have the Bethesda bag, which is probably more rigged to be a backpack. First off, one thing I don't like about it, and then I'll leave it alone, it's a nitpick, but I feel for what this is, it's a valid one. Down here, you have these webbing, which is supposed to be ammo loops. That is stupid. You cannot get to your ammo if you put them back there anyway, and why would you advertise on the back of your backpack individual bullets? You're just might as well saying, eat it Joe's, especially in an apocalypse where you have bullets as currency along with caps and everything else. You're basically advertising wealth as you're walking around. It's dumb. They reflect light. I don't know whose thought process or what thought process was going on there, but it wasn't a good one. Now, as to the thing I like about the webbing, I have an old Nam era canteen on here with the Alice clips that go right through. That way, as I'm walking around at conventions, I'm not carrying around a water bottle on my belt all day. I can put it on my backpack. So, win-win. Then I've got a little lantern. I'm going to paint this up. I don't know if I'm going to make it look like an NCR setup or like a Vault Tech or something like that, but I will have this more than just the basic black. The carabiner I actually scavenged, very wasteland-like. I got that, found that on the ground at Henry Horton State Park when I went hiking last week, so figured why not. Now, the bedroll I have tied up, that way I can just kind of cast that off to the side if I'm going to a convention and don't want to carry it. In this first pouch, I'm going to just burn my bag with my cigar, why don't I? In my first pouch I have a compass, because not all of us have Pip-Boys. Actually, very few of us would have Pip-Boys. We're not Courier 6, so you gotta have something to navigate around. I've got a fire starter with a very few actual fire starters to help a fire get going. On this other side pouch, I have Buff Out, which I got from Vault Dweller Creations. I highly recommend them. There are a few props in here that are Vault Dweller. When I come across them, I will say what he made. Then I have a set of matches inside a waterproof container. That's all I've got in that one. Just Buff Out and matches. On this other side, I have, also from Vault Dweller, can of cram, because gotta have your food, even if it is Spam. And then I like carrying a Swiss Army knife when I'm at cons, because you never know if you need a screwdriver or something like that. So good thing to have. Some cons may not let you have them. Always double check that. If they say no knives, do no knives. On the inside of the pouch, I don't know where I got this from. A friend of mine gave this to me, so I don't know who made this. But inside I have, which I've actually posted this before, but I have caps. I've got some pre-war Chinese money. I've got NCR currency. A couple little medallions that are supposed to be like pre-war knickknacks. And then Legion Denari. Because again, if you're a Desert Ranger, you're going to want to have certain items to trade and multiple types of currency. Then inside, I just stow away my NCR flag because I don't have it set up at the moment. Then I've got a box of, I'm gonna have some in-universe boxes, but I have a box of 4570 government shells. They're just empty casings at this point. And then my, let's see. Then I have, this is called a gum blanket. This was used back in like the Civil War, but it's basically just a tarp. But it's better than an old blue tarp. It actually holds up a lot better. So, just a little scrap piece I had laying around. And then my dad got me this for Christmas, and I thought it was a cool thing to carry in my backpack. That is a single bullet at a time 4570 reload die set. Again, if you're out on the Mojave, you may not have a workbench at all times. So, give yourself a way to reload. It is in a plastic case, which, you know, in universe, you had the whole oil shortage, so probably wouldn't have been plastic, but I can't control that. That's just what I have. And then, I don't think I have anything in here. I do not. So that's everything I have in the backpack. And I'll show off the rest of my equipment here. First off is my service rifle. I know the service rifle in the game sometimes is a little underpowered. It is one of my favorites because why? It's a wood-stocked M16. What's not to love about it? So, this one, I have answered this one several times online with different places I've posted this. This is not real. This is not a non-firing replica like a, you know, Denix or whatever. This is a $25 spring-loaded single-shot airsoft rifle that I used Copic ink to mimic wood grain on. And it's probably one of my favorite props that I've ever made. Mainly because it tricked so many people online into thinking I had an actual wood-stocked AR. Now, I do have a Ranger Sequoia. However, that is a 20-year service pistol. I'm 32. So, to quote a friend of mine, that math ain't mathin'. But I do like the idea of a big bore pistol. So a friend of mine printed that for me. I loved the absurdity of it. It's supposed to be based on a Colt Walker. It is not a Colt Walker. It is, if anything, a scaled up 51 Navy. And so I painted it up to look like an old Confederate Griswold and Gunnison revolver, even though a brass frame, I know, cannot sustain a 4570 cartridge. Just roll with it. It was purely aesthetic. I did find out later this is from Hunt. This is the Caldwell conversion. I did not know that when I wanted it made. I just saw a big damn pistol and thought that would be really cool in place of a Sequoia. So there's that. This little pouch, I've made this a while ago for a Mandalorian cosplay. It is what I keep. These are non-firing replicas, basically, of a 4570 government cartridge. So they made a good dump pouch. Then I have a coffin handle Bowie knife. This is a cold steel rubber one. It is completely con safe. I've just painted it up to look like an actual knife. If any of y'all saw the video of me and my buddy Sam at Harrodsburg last year, that's what I snuck in. It's rubber. It's not authentic for 18th century, but it was funny. And then this is the pouch that I carry my Ranger coin in. My buddy and I floated the idea around that actual Rangers should carry something that notates that they're real, because let's be honest, all of us that played New Vegas, we were raiding that stuff and we weren't even real factions. So it was just kind of a fun idea we floated around when Bethesda launched that coin. So all in all, so far, that's what I've got. Like I said, I do have wrist armor that I normally wear. I just didn't wear it because they don't fit my Malcolm Reynolds jacket. And then I do have the Nevada license plate coming, so I can make a left hand or a right hand wrist armor. But yeah, just thought I'd show off some of my stuff and kind of my explanation for the absurdity of carrying around a backpack. And there you have it. I almost forgot the best part. So if you're patrolling the Mojave, Big Mountain, Zion, not so much, but God forbid Sierra Madre, or you encounter a Night Stalker, you might find yourself without a way to cure a poison. And at that point, it's either you're cold out or you've, again, you're out of your last bit of any kind of antivenom, and you just need something to keep yourself at bay until it's finally your time. And sometimes you might just need a Nuka-Cola flask. That was also from Vault Dweller. I did not plan on having a flask. Didn't necessarily see that as part of a kit, but that is the coolest damn thing that I've ever seen. So again, want to give this guy a shout out when I can. I will have some more stuff coming from him. I've bought a box of 357, like the box that I can put the bullets in, 4570, and then I think I got a Med-X syringe from him and a stim pack too. So definitely check his stuff out. I'm more a leather worker than I am a 3D printer, so anytime I can support another craftsman, I will absolutely do that. But definitely check out his stuff. It is well worth it.